Hi Libras, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. Today we are going to be asking Spirit about a connection that is a no contact, low communication, a person that you're thinking of that maybe you are not in contact with right now. We want to know what is going on with this connection. What is this person thinking and feeling? So if that isn't something that you're interested in, skip to the playlist and check out your singles readings, check out the general love readings. But this is a no contact. If you do not want your past to come back, skip ahead. This is for somebody who wants to know what their past is thinking and feeling and wants to see where this connection is headed. So welcome to my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watcher. Let's call in our spirit guides. Let's see what Spirit has for us. No contact, Spirit. I want to know what my person is thinking and feeling, what happened in this connection, what is going to happen in the future, anything that you can share with us that will help my Libras today. Any love messages from my person. I am listening for you now. Let's see what we've got. Journaling, create and release, keeping track, exploring your feelings, knowing where you are. Sometimes space and distance gives us a chance. Hiding lies, covering up the truth, not telling the whole story, and questioning what's real. So are we doubting our person? Are we concerned that they are still hiding something from us? Are we wondering, what's going to come out next? That, they say, I've told you everything, but maybe something else is going to come out of the closet. So there could be a sense of, I just feel like they're holding something back. They're not being honest. So that would be very important to know. I want to get away, a vacation together, a break, a romantic retreat. Maybe we could spend some time together. If we reconnect, we'll see. Maybe that's the first thing that we do. We just need some undivided attention and for each other if we reconnect. And then I have appearances, projecting an image, being in the spotlight, a narcissistic personality. So somebody who's out there, it's coming into me as just this feeling of, I'm putting out the energy of everything is fine. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm holding back on my feelings. Maybe I'm secretly wishing that we were just, together and in our own little world again and wondering where we're going. I also have a lot of partying going on. Somebody's staying out all night, having a good time, just taking advantage of, I'm free and I'm going to do whatever I want energy. So that could be upsetting you. But let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, what do you have for my Libras today? What do you want them to know? What is important to know? I have a King of Wands, Hermit, Strength, and a Ten of Swords. So this feeling of being shut off, it's almost as if they are going into a cocoon, a cocoon of feelings and hiding their feelings, holding back on their feelings. And they may be doing the exact opposite in public. They may be out with their friends and posting on social media and having a grand old time. But inside they are hurting, and you can see the hurt. You can see the kind of cocoon feeling that I'm getting. And Spirit is saying, there's still amazing passion here for you. There's still attraction. There's still, I can't get you out of my mind. I even like these little eyeballs that are jumping out at me because I feel like they still are watching you. And I always feel like it's a stalking feeling, but they're watching you through social media. They're asking through friends, what you're doing, who you're with, what's going on. Like there's a way for them to almost keep an eye on you. And maybe that's upsetting to you that you don't want them to know what you're doing or who you're with. But it tells me that they still care and they haven't let it go. So let's see where we're headed. The Seven of Cups, lots of choices, right? Lots of options. We're both playing the field. We're both seeing what our options are. I have the moon. I don't feel like that is what we both want with that moon. I feel like that's just the illusion of, yeah, we're doing our own thing for now. But I feel like that is an illusion. And then I have a 5 of Wands, which is the battle that we have. So there's definitely a conflict. This particular connection, I feel like, has had, I'm going to say multiple times has had conflicts. And maybe this is one of the times that you're saying, yeah, 7 of Swords. They're saying, I can't take it anymore. You can't take it anymore. I can't take you lying to me or deceiving me, or you keep telling me that nothing's going on and I keep finding out otherwise. So there's definitely been some deception. There's been some fighting for sure. And there is this feeling of, you can't hold me hostage anymore. You have to either let me go or you have to make this right. And you're not going to be held hostage, is how I feel. So right now, the ball is in your court. You're strong. We're going to get some energy. Let's see what my DF confessions are. Spirit, what is my DF, my divine feminine feeling? What is my divine feminine feeling and thinking? I hate separation, and I always know when you're ready to pull away. So I feel like we've done this before, and that's the hard part. And maybe other people in our lives say, oh, they'll call. They always do. You always get back together. It always works out somehow, but that gets old fast. Nobody wants to be on again, off again. It's very difficult. If you would just open up, then I can too. I want to take our time getting to know all about each other and all we missed in separation. While we're not together, you feel like you miss your best friend. I have so much to tell you. There's so many things that have been happening in my life. I need to tell you about my work or my family or my health, anything that's been going on with you. And that's what you really miss. You miss that day-to-day interaction. I've shut down parts of myself only you can open. So that is a feeling of awaiting to me. That is a feeling of, I'm just waiting for you to come back so that I can open my heart back again. I'm not really interested in anybody else at this time. I can't be bothered with starting something new. So you may be just waiting and being in limbo to see what happens. Kiss me, touch me, love me, and F me. Okay. I can't say that on YouTube. So this feeling of, I want to be held, I want to be made love to in a kinder way. I want to be touched. I miss you. And then I've checked your social media accounts to see if you're okay. So I want to know if you're okay. Sometimes that separation is just, it's okay that we're not talking. It's okay that you've pushed me away right now, but I just want to know that you're okay. I just want to know that everything in your life is fine. Spirit, what guidance do you have for my Libra while we're waiting? What do you want them to be thinking about? I have a treasure. You're a treasure. I love this. I'm just waiting. This is an oyster shell, and I'm just waiting to see that there's a pearl inside that shell. So you're a treasure. And right now, just being reminded of how much you have to offer and that you are worthy and deserving. So regardless of what's going on, you are worthy. Take this time. Look at this solitude. Take this time to connect to yourself. Take this time to do some healing and spend some time doing things that you want to do for yourself, because it's not all about them. It's all about you. And then the shadow work, releasing, letting go of things, trying to find a new perspective on this connection. What could change? What could be different? How could we make things better? Because there's work to be done. And then they're saying, one more, I have silence. Look at the key and the door. It's almost as if in the silence, the answers are going to come, and then that door is going to open. So I like the door. Of course, I love a door opening, because it could be the door opening. I just get, again, to love, is how I feel. Like this, you have the key. You're the one who holds the key. So sometimes in the silence, they miss you. There's that space and distance that allows us to decide what it is that we really want. And I'm going to say that door is going to open. Let's keep going. Spirit, what do you have for this connection? What is the person I'm thinking of, thinking and feeling? Can you give us more in-depth insight into this connection? I can't get my mind off of you. I'm distracted. You're all I'm thinking about. So this person may be pretending that they're not thinking about you. They're out and about, having a grand old time, looking like they're, dancing the night away, but they can't get you off their mind. Almost this feeling of not being with you is driving them crazy. All right. And that's a real feeling, right? It's I'm not even with this person. We've split. We're not talking. I've blocked them, but I can't get them out of my mind. So there's nothing I can do about it right now. I'm limited. So we could be at a standstill. We could both be at a standstill. They're not going to budge. You're not going to budge. Whoever had the last word had the last word. You may be thinking they've got to come to me. They may be thinking, if they want me, they know where I am, so sometimes we get into this, tug of war. I'm really trying to find balance in my life and love. So they could be working on things. That's actually makes me feel good. They could be working on themselves. They could be working on things that were upsetting in this connection, like get your finances in gear, get your emotions intact, work on yourself. So that could be going on. And then I have a wild. Nothing can tame a spirit like this. There is a sense of wild energy around the two of you, probably a twin flame connection that struggles. This feeling of my mind is crazy without you. You're still the one that drives me wild. You're still the one that I think about. All of that energy is happening. Can we be in love with somebody and be upset with them at the same time? Yes, absolutely. Spirit, what do you need us to know? I have a 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. I have an Empress. Look at all these threes. 333, angel number. And a 3 of Wands. Wow. 4 threes. I got to pull your angel number for that. I just have to see what the actual meaning of 333 is. Hold on a second. I got to find it. Let me find it. Wow. That is all these threes, forecasting into the future, working as a team. I see you as my Empress. I am powerful. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. So don't forget that you're an Empress through all of this, all right? Don't forget that you're an Empress. You are powerful. You're amazing. And they see you as that. So nothing is going to compare to you is how that's coming into me. We've got to work harder, or we keep this cycle of a broken heart. We've got to think about our future. We have to be there for each other. And I feel like this has gone around and around a couple of times like this. So at some point we have to learn the lesson that we have to be there for each other and we have to treat each other fairly. Spirit, what are my divine masculine confessions? You're the destiny I seek, my reason to grow. So they still feel like this is destined to be together. I get insecure when it comes to you. I am nervous and overwhelmed in your presence. A little bit of fear of losing you there coming in. I want you to be the mother of our children. There's the Empress energy. I see a future with you. Some of you may even have a child with this person already. Your voice is so sexy. I want to hear you tell me what you want me to do to you next. So the passion hasn't ended. You guys could be just on a temporary break, and this person is still romanticizing you, still fantasizing about you. I want to run my hands all over your soft skin and through your hair. So, and I want one more. I'm truly in love with every piece of you. So there's still love on this there's still a tremendous amount of love on this connection. Sometimes we just pull away from each other because we just can't handle life. We can't handle this is, whatever we're arguing about or whatever has crossed our paths. We just get sick of it, and somebody just turns away and says, you know what, I got to cool down. I got to cool off. I don't want to talk to you right now, something like that. And then we start another cycle. We start over again. This is definitely a connection that has a tendency to go round and round. So you guys have to find a way that when it gets to a point where it's hostile or you're upset with each other, you promise each other that you won't block each other or walk out the door or, hang up on each other or whatever you're doing. And you say, let's just cool off and then we'll talk. Like you come up with some kind of solution because you keep coming back to each other. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and a Six of Swords. So there is a fear of you moving on. I will say that. We've done this before. They always get this sense of, you're going to move on. You have no interest in anyone else. You're just waiting for this to either come back around. This is the person you want to be with. You feel secure with this person. You feel great passion when you're with this person, when it's working. But they have tremendous fear of, one of these times I'm going to push you away and you're not going to come back. There's the Page of Swords. There's the talking, okay? Talking about what's good in this connection, winning you back even, coming back into your life and wanting to win you back. So I have a feeling that this person is thinking big picture. Where do we go from here? I like this path. You can see this owl is alone on this branch, looking at their path ahead of them and probably saying to themselves, do I really want a life without you? And I don't think that they want a life without you. I think that they either got angry or pushed you away or wanted to just, sow some wild oats, go out there and do their thing and not be attached to anybody for a while. But you're still driving them crazy, even when you're not with them. So that says something to me. I wonder if you still care. Do you still want them? My heart is hurting so bad. So they could be pretending that nothing is going on, but they're hurting. What have you been up to lately? There's that feeling of, I just want to connect to you. I just want to talk to you. I want to, see where we're going. So when I think about my future and I think about, my heart is hurting so bad. What am I going to do about it? Right? What am I going to do about it? I've got to make a decision. The Two of Wands is very much forecasting and thinking ahead. Three of Wands is taking action. So what are we going to do about it? How are we going to, reconnect? Am I going to call you? Am I going to reach out? We have to talk. I can't stay like this. I'm dying to know what you've been doing. I'm dying to catch up with you. I just want to hear your voice. All of those types of feelings. I'm not ready to commit. Maybe we were pushing for something they weren't ready for, but they love being with you. So can we find a compromise? Can we find a way to be together and trust each other without having some kind of formal commitment if that's not what they're ready for? I just wanted to have a good time. That's not good enough either. We want to have somebody that wants a commitment. It doesn't have to be a marriage, it doesn't have to be a ring, but it has to be committed to you. All right. And this could be an excuse, like it was just one night. I just had a good time. I slipped, whatever the excuse is. But I pray for you. I don't want to share you. So I want to have a good time out there, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. So there's a sense of jealousy. Does money matter to you? So they could be working on another area of their life. They've got to repair their life. So they have something to offer you. A couple more of these, please, Spirit. I am soul searching right now. If that's the case and they truly are working on themselves and they're trying to become a better person and do some healing, then that's great. I want them to have that space and time. And that's better for you in the long run, because if they come back, then they would be a healthier individual. And you want that for this connection. Sometimes I get so frustrated because I don't know how to express myself. So they could have gotten mad. They could have just slammed the door. They could have just walked away. And then now they're trying to do some backpedaling and trying to figure out, explain even those actions, like it's unacceptable that you just turned your back on me. It's just unacceptable that you walked away. I'm making someone else my priority. If that's something that they are doing, then obviously you're not interested in this. You want the person who's coming back to you that says, I'm thinking about you even when I'm not with you. That is what we want. I'm cheating. This could have happened already. This could have been what was the breakup for some of you. It took me a while to see you were right. My ego was in the way. Are they seeing that you were right? Ooh, I like that. And let's see. It was safer to run than to face you. I have no doubt in my mind this was a runner situation. Run from fear, run from commitment, run and hide, Spirit just said. But they come back around is how I feel. I'm at a breaking point. So if they're at a breaking point, that tells me that they're ready to make a decision. They're either really, really tired of missing you. They're really tired of not sharing their life with you, that they have gone long enough without, with the standstill feeling, and you're still driving them crazy. So they've got to do something. It can't stay the way it is. I have a feeling a door is going to open again in this connection. And I also feel like they are watching you, right? Spirit shared with us that we've done this before and that this is a recurring cycle. So I want you to be careful with that. We've got to figure out a way to break this cycle. We've got to figure out a way to heal and repair and continue on the same journey. So we're going to put this out into the universe and we're going to ask Spirit to guide you both. I want to thank Spirit for this reading and these messages. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So grateful that you're here. Thank you always, my Libras, for your love and your support. I'm very grateful for all your comments. If anyone's interested in a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.